Tonight on Q2, homicide in the Magic City. Police respond to a call of a suspicious death. We have the details on the investigation. And crime in Columbus.
Got a great community, but when you leave vehicles unlocked with valuables inside, it just creates a crime of opportunity.
Car break-ins in Stillwater County are on the rise. We tell you how to avoid them. Plus, a grand opening.
It's a brand new, wonderful rest area, I think. Looking at it.
A rest stop in Hardin opens. For travelers, we take you there. The MTN News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Hailey Monaco. We begin tonight with a developing story. Billings police are investigating a homicide that happened in the 6400 block of Southern Bluffs. According to police, on July 4th around 10:50 in the morning, officers responded to a call about a suspicious death. They discovered the body of a 37-year-old woman at the scene. Detectives were called to the scene to investigate. Police say all parties have been identified and there is no threat to the public at this time. The investigation is ongoing. And another developing story from the 4th, this one in Park County. Officers were alerted to a deceased woman found in the Boulder River near the Sweetgrass County line. Both the Park and Sweetgrass County Sheriff's offices responded along with search and rescue teams. A viewer sent us these photos of the scene. We will continue to update you both on air and online at ktvq.com as more details are released. Across the state, 68 wildfires are actively burning, with 22 of them igniting in the last 24 hours. About 30 miles southwest of Miles City, the Miller Creek fire has burned over 500 acres, with many evacuation notices. With more on the flames and the progress firefighters have made, here's our Isabel Sparts.
Fire crews are still responding to a wildfire scorching an area in Custer County, but have made significant progress as of Friday evening. The Miller Creek fire in the stretch of 6 Mile Creek Road to SH Road along Moon Creek Road has burned an estimated 560 acres. According to the Custer County Fire Department, crews were able to successfully establish a direct fire line around the perimeter of the fire, which was believed to be caused by lightning. The fire prompted evacuations late Thursday night due to the fire danger from Ridge Drive to Woodland Drive in the Moon Creek subdivisions and are still in effect at this time. The fire did result in the loss of several structures, a mobile home, one camper, and an outbuilding, but none were a part of a primary residence. No injuries were reported. The department has responded to a total of 14 wildfires within a 24-hour span from lightning strikes seen early Thursday morning. We'll continue to monitor the fire in the coming days. Reporting out of Billings, I'm Isabel Sparts, MTN News.
Well, it's been a day full of active weather with severe thunderstorms hitting in our area. MTN news crews were out during the storm that hit Billings just this afternoon around 1:30 and captured this video. Downpouring rain and strong gusts of wind hit. With a first check of the weather and what else we can expect, here's meteorologist Jason Stiff. Jason?
A very stormy Saturday for Montana and Wyoming. First of all, we have a flash flood warning out for southern Rosebud County. That's for the areas near the Remington burn scar and the McGee burn scar. That lasts until 7:45. You saw that massive thunderstorms that moved through, and we have more thunderstorms popping up over southern Rosebud County. So please stay away from any flooded roads and watch out for areas upstream with that water coming down. Also, those thunderstorms continuing into parts of Putter River County and eastern parts of or western parts of Carter County. Severe thunderstorm warning out until 6:15. More active weather was wind gusts almost up to 50 miles an hour in Miles City, with areas of rain and thunderstorms pushing out of Custer County into Fallon County. Your complete forecast coming up.
Authorities say the death toll in the catastrophic flooding in Texas Hill Country has risen to at least 32, including 14 children. The urgent search continues for the missing, including children from a girls' camp. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a federal disaster declaration and added 6 more counties to expand assistance to other hard-hit areas. CBS News correspondent Karen Hua has more from Kerrville, Texas.
For a second day, rescue teams combed central Texas, searching for survivors after a deadly storm unleashed powerful floodwaters from the Guadalupe River.
Every minute counts, which is why there's people in the air, people in the water, people on the ground right now, because they're looking to save every last life, and we will not give up that effort.
Officials say more than 24 people remain missing from Camp Mystic, a Christian summer camp near the river. Others remain unaccounted for in the area northwest of San Antonio. On social media, President Trump says the White House is working with Texas officials on the response, and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is in the state.
We'll continue to stay engaged, and I'll be here. I'm going to go up to the camp, Mystic, and I'm going to go around town and spend some time here today.
A reunification center is set up at an elementary school where families have been waiting and praying. These residents say they found a girl who told them she was from Camp Mystic after she emerged from rubble left behind by the floodwaters.
We asked her what happened, and she said that her cabin was flooding and someone opened a window and she just flew out of it. It was really scary.
She said she was the only one, but at that point we had knew there were other missing girls, but we didn't want to let her know that.
This 12-year-old boy and his family say they're relocating after their campground was flooded.
It doesn't feel safe. It's very humid. There's mud all around, and it just feels like it's tipping over.
The National Weather Service and the private forecasting firm AccuWeather issued warnings hours before the flooding began. Karen Hua, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
Closer to home, Stillwater County is warning residents and visitors about a rash of car break-ins. Our Augustus Marceau spoke to the sheriff's office about how everyone can keep themselves from falling victim to these crimes.
Yeah.
Columbus has felt on edge recently.
So it's been crazier than normal.
And it's been changing their daily habits and, most importantly, their comfort.
We used to leave everything and the kids' bikes out in the yard and stuff, and we don't know more.
In the last few months, Columbus has had a large spike in vehicle break-ins.
Primarily, they have stolen several vehicles in all of this. They've stolen several firearms and some other just kind of miscellaneous stuff.
Chief Deputy Ty Williams with the Stillwater County Sheriff's Department said that firearms being stolen is always a main concern, with it leading to even more problems.
But it is always alarming when you have people stealing guns and, obtaining them that way instead of the right way.
Lisa Devon has been living in Columbus for 8 years and has definitely noticed a difference.
Well, I notice people, we talk more to each other and make sure we all watch out for each other. We're a pretty tight community.
Even so, when walking around Columbus, many vehicles can be seen unattended with windows rolled down, making them easy targets.
But my husband leaves his out. We make sure it's locked every night and the keys aren't in it and the alarm's on.
Being vigilant, knowing what's going on around you, but also the biggest thing is probably just locking your vehicles, locking your homes, and not leaving valuables inside your vehicles.
But Columbus isn't alone. Break-ins have been happening across the region.
We have been able to link everything that happened here in Stillwater County to the same people.
Williams says they've been able to identify multiple people involved, and 2 are now in custody for questioning.
Unfortunately, with the interstate and the highways, we're pretty easily accessed by those who are looking to take advantage of good folks.
If you're ever leaving your car for a minute, make sure you take that extra second to pat your pocket, find your keys, and lock your car. In Billings, Augustus Marceau, MTN News.
The Christensen Graham Rest Area, or the better-known Hardin Rest Stop at mile marker 476 on I-90, has officially reopened after 14 months of construction. The 2 rest stops, sitting 26 miles from Billings and 34 miles from Hardin, have been closed since March of 2024 and just reopened earlier this week in perfect time for 4th of July weekend. Our Matt Carmack was there.
The iconic pair of rest stops in between Billings and Hardin here on I-90 are back open for business on the 4th of July weekend. And as you can imagine, it's been pretty busy.
It's the first rest stop travelers see when entering into the Treasure State from Wyoming.
It's, kind of our welcome to Montana stop for everybody.
Welcoming for sure. The new site is significantly larger than the original, with each rest stop having 8 private bathrooms for visitors.
Mostly we're trying to provide, the best facilities we can to the traveling public here.
Impressed with those facilities was Wisconsin resident Robert Olson.
It's a brand new, wonderful rest area, I think. looking at it, it's got some awesome amenities that you don't normally see.
Robert was on his way out of Montana after visiting Great Falls for the 4th. He tells me he was particularly impressed with this amenity, an ADA-compliant changing table for adults.
It's clean, well-maintained. Obviously, it's brand new. And the view at this point going to the eastbound is absolutely stunning.
The rest stop officially reopened on Monday after 14 months of construction. Marcus Erlenbush, the engineering project manager for the Montana DOT, says the original rest areas don't even compare to the amenities of its successors.
It's almost too many to number, actually. The old rest area wasn't opened year-round. We had to close it in the winter. This one will be open year-round, all day.
And it's now open in perfect time for the 4th of July weekend for out-of-staters.
I would have to say this one, in comparison to a South Dakota, I think they're in tough competition.
And locals to enjoy.
At MDT, we're trying to provide, the best facilities we can, providing a safe traveling, safety for the traveling public, and we're working for the Montana public, trying to do our part.
In Bighorn County, Matt Carmack, MTN News.
Another case of measles in Montana. The Gallatin City County Health Department is reporting a 17th confirmed case of measles. The adult was exposed on May 9th through international travel. According to the CDC, the U.S. is about to break a record for the number of reported measles cases in a year since the infection was considered eliminated in 2000. Nearly 40 states have reported at least one measles case so far this year, but Texas still has the highest outbreak numbers with over 700 cases. 92% of the cases involved individuals who have had not been vaccinated against the infection. Coming up after the break, restoring history. The Lewis and Clark Interpretive Center exhibits in Great Falls get some work done to bring them back to life. And later, Jason is back with a full check of the weather. Stay with us.